You're actually streaming?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
For the fans back home. Streaming Spotlight Grind.
Watch live right now, Foosball Fury Spotlight Grind.
What are you drinking, Tony? Oh, that's the layer.
Don't say anything incriminating.
He's gonna keep repeating.
Oh my god, get this out of my ear. Oh my god, get this out of my ear. I need it gone. You're about to get muted, kid.
Oh my god, this must be the most heinous sounding thing. It just started having a high-pitched screech. Oh my god. Oh, what? Dude, he just fucking oh, I'm gonna play my teammate right now. This guy's gonna fist me.
I didn't even do anything, but...
Kit fist me.
Kit fist me? Okay.
Oh.
I'll play a micro game.
No. Don't do that.
Honestly, it's worth getting into my team just to watch DBG. That's what I've heard, anyway.
It's worth sticking it in DBG just to get into my team.
I would agree with that.
Mike Wang has expert tips. Yeah, right.
How much?
Considering he designed the game mechanics,
Doesn't mean he's good at it.
but he'll know the ins and outs, as well as the outs and ins.
Is he?
I'm losing every day. Get that out of here! Not in Raja's house.
Dude, Clay Thompson. Disclosed.
Tony, I'm hoping we can capture some nice rage in this stream, so.
Thank you.
Triple threat is a nice source for such a thing, so.
Well, I'm currently live at 1 point right now.
No, can't have that, wow.
Thank you. I play on ball defense because it's just better.
Oh, there's an even bigger rage well right there.
I had a guy who was just absolutely hating my life today. Oh my. He like called me. I was like, dude, quit off balling, bro. Pause. I'm like, Jesus. Dude, literally, just go somewhere and do something else that's not this game. And his team was just loaded to the gills too. Just all the greatest players you could possibly have. This man
Should have been DBG, to be fair. Actually, DBG would have had budget cards.
That's
Imagine
true.
him as a white boy in a trailer with a sideways flat brim hat with a shitty Bluetooth microphone.
DBG would have been rocking 10 Dean Wades.
Yes.
Done
13.
the lineup glitch and have 13 Dean Wades running his offense.
That would be glitchy, to be fair.
He has a bronze, but he has 75-3. Hits consistently.
People are, so there's a thing, since the season's over, if you go crazy with a player on 2K and like
Oh
submit
my
it to them,
God,
they'll make a
I've
I
bonus
just made a
card.
very early 18% contested with Kevin Durant from 3. especially as Tracy McGrady. That should not have gone in by the old gods and the new.
I hope Josh Okogie gets that card. Ooh, someone hit a good.
Maybe you should go them up on and do it. Wow.
I'm not gonna do that. Wow.
And you must not want to do bad. Wow.
Guess I don't right now.
Malik Beasley has a diamond. It doesn't horn you up.
Jack, isn't it weird that we're not gonna be like all living in the Eau Claire house till like fucking next September?
Gay. It's bullshit.
Isn't it unfortunate you guys paid for that much rent?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bullshit.
Just don't get to live in it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
What
I
is
hate
it
it.
fucking,
I currently am very
That's
what
gotta
you
be
would
the
call
worst.
unsatisfied with my life right now, for sure.
You
And
don't work anymore.
knowing
do you,
that
Jack?
there's, yeah, I have no purpose at all except classes.
no
Good to hear.
purpose. That's a little bit of an
Good
overstatement.
to hear.
There's definitely not progressing in my life right now. Well, I guess towards my major, technically, but
Dude, I love when Chris Tapps to can't make a fucking okay. Oh my god, it's so annoying when like good players who I pay for, big money for, can't
you sound
make
like
simple
Flight,
passes.
but darning it.
Well, it's true though. I mean, he has a valid point when he says those things because it's like it is true. When everything is so fucking
As Stevie G
inflated.
would say, it's not about the players, it's about how you use them.
No, he's wrong.
You should get Opal Taco Fall.
I looked at that card, 7.5, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you can shoot threes.
That is, I could have afforded him, but I got Porzingis over him, so. I can't really justify
Big
replacing
mistake,
Kevin
wow.
Durant. Tracy McGrady and Kevin Durant are just too good. Like, there's rock solid cards to have. And Kevin Durant's defense is actually really solid, too. Except Tracy McGrady's. And I just got,
Oh, 0 viewers. That's very nice.
I was watching it.
It's kind of tragic.
Dragic.
Man, it's so hard to, like, make money streaming, bro. Like, what is this shit?
You donate to get the fuck out.
Is there any way to get rid of the screen on the side? That says, like, the chat and shit.
This guy literally won the game by a 67% contested three, slightly early in the corner. Way to go. This is the issue with this fucking crap, dude. Because, like, 2K will just hand them over games, just hand feed them games. Like, you're having a down day, here's a fucking game. You deserve to win it, there you go, have fun. Enjoy your life, while the other guy wants to fucking die. There you go.
The cheese, if someone's really annoying you, and then you finally beat them, you pause right at the end and then just let it sit the entire pause timer. Just let them sit with their loss.
I would do that, and I have debated doing that. But I refuse to contribute to the cancer.
I do it when a guy literally makes me like rage in the middle of the game. It's like, you're just making me expend so much energy and emotion into this, you're gonna have to pay for that. Like, you can't just do that and get away with
I
it.
see where it is justified, but again, I don't want to stoop to the level. You gotta stay above that shit. You gotta prove that not everyone in this
I
game is a
admire
pile
you.
of shit.
I
And
think
though
I think
want to
other piles of
combust,
shit should be treated as such.
and I do agree with that, but I still cannot bring myself to do it. I internally combust and want to just run 5 laps around my house until I can't hear what's happening beside me. But I just don't do it. I gotta be an example
For the young kids out there. I understand.
Ralph Sampson, Avery Bradley, and Steve Nash. What?
It's kind of a decent team,
lineup,
wow.
A lineup that's just like methodical, or not that he prefers, but either way, I think I have the better set of people here. What the fuck is that? Avery Bradley is tiny as hell. Can I say that?
Oh
I
yeah.
have the size advantage here, except for his Ralph Sampson, but Steve Nash and Avery Bradley are pipsqueaks compared to my fucking team. I have to good D, Porzingis. All right, let's get her going. Let's get a lead. Avery Bradley just strips fucking Tracy McGrady. Okay, defense just grazed one time. Not too big, sir. Can't contain him in the paint. It's too much.
Faith.
Oh, it's so contested. Alrighty, let's get a nice lead here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take it back. Oh, that's not a good shot. I got an open there if I really tried to, but couldn't do it. Alright, tied right now. We are tied. Sun Tidings Co-op.
Okay. He just said, "Here's Raja," and then he dunked it. Raja dunked it and said, "And it's Kevin McHale with the finish." Very nice, 2K.
Okay.
That's a little
Yo.
confusing.
Why is this kid pausing?
Oh,
just-
skates. No.
He just laid it in with fucking Ralph Sampson and he just paused the game. Must be taking a piss or something. I want to assume that just for the sanity of myself, but in my brain I'm thinking he's just typing out this message. It just says so many obscenities I can't even comprehend what the hell's going on.
You know, the cheese might be Tony and my team to take off the shot feedback. Because then you'll get less mad when your opponent hits a retarded shot.
I only get mad when it comes to shots like that. Just like a thing that just has to happen. It's inevitable. Sometimes has to be done. Especially when I'm shooting with guys like Tracy McGrady and KD who can bang from pretty much anywhere. It's like you're gonna take the occasional bad shot, but most of the time you'll be good to go. Even Chris
I'm
Cash
back.
is a fucking lord at just draining constantly.
You
His card
Kristaps?
never got bad. Oh, of course I do. Yeah, it's Big Diamond. I love Kristaps Porzingis. He's a god tier card when I played with him in 19.
How much did you
he's a
pay
god
for
tier
him?
card in this game. What?
How much did you pay for him?
Oh.
Pretty penny.
I'll say there's
That's
a
like
diamond
100
Boban Marjanovic that's taller and can shoot threes. That might be just as good. That's probably cheaper.
Well, I know Kristaps Porzingis' shot though.
But you don't know Boban already. And you wish you had. As do most men.
Oh, I think I paid like 113 for him. 120.
Hey, Boban's like 40K, wow.
Or Tony, listen to him. He's a DBG budget god.
He's DBG approved.
Get out of here with that shit, bro.
That's his own coined phrase.
That's what makes it worse. DBG approved, like he's just some kind of like expert.
He is the certification master of cards.
Not saying he's an idiot, but not saying that. Following him.
I mean, who
Yo.
should we follow? YBC?
Oh, God!
All I'm saying is if Mark Elfluth had a My Team channel.
Oh
I'd be
my
following
god.
him.
Well,
He would
The world
somehow
can't
be
be
able to
perfect.
invest in players, and we wouldn't know how. But
yeah,
it
it would just say, you know, I'm just based on the statistics and the information I'm given. I'm gonna invest in this Ruby Mo Bamba tonight, and he's gonna be worth upwards of 600K tomorrow night.
You can't get a more heinous text. You cannot receive more heinous text than I just received.
What?
You can't receive one. This is not only to you, but to my party that I'm talking to. It's from the man Sir Tank.
Man,
said-
Sir Tank.
I said, "You get on tonight?" And then he didn't answer. I said, "Team?" ? He said, "Give me an hour. I'm piping my girl."
Oh,
More respectful than heinous.
That's not respectful.
I don't respect
Piping
that.
is not a word to use. That's not a respectful word.
He said, I'm trying to pipe. That's
an
like
hour,
Latin
brother.
is
What
you'll
is the
pipe
stamina?
a unhealthy amount.
Well, it's Mad Tank. He's been piping a healthy amount since he came out.
Yesterday he was hanging out with her. He goes, yeah, like we fucked like 4 times. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I mean, twice in the car, twice at home. Like, twice in the car.
Oh my god.
Twice in the car. Like, how can you be that horny? My penis wouldn't work after 2 times. If I piped 2 times, my penis would be broken.
Broken.
4 times. And the way he's an hour. Give me an hour. I'm piping my girl.
Well, he's doing her
Look at
fucking
this
due
time.
diligence.
I'll
with
just
that.
imagine he sent that text while he was in the process.
Oh yeah, he's 100% in the process.
Because they do it so much, it's just nonchalant. They just do other activities at the
Give me
same
an hour.
time.
I'm piping.
Just send the
Even if
puking
you just said,
emoji.
like, I would be like, I'm hanging with my girl, or like even like I'm having intercourse.
I think intercourse. Everyone says
that would be pretty bad too, to be Faraday. To be David
I'm
Faraday.
having coitus. Give me a couple minutes.
But it's just straight up saying, give me an hour. I'm piping my girl. Is not the move.
God, that might be though right there.
I don't think so. You're about to hear a stream. I'm gonna say that.
The stream's about to hear a stream. I'll say that.
Oh, 14 to 11 right now.
Alright, so every time this, what's his name, Raja dude hits a layup, they say it's Kevin McHale that scored. So.
Steve fucking Nash, 31% contested in Green Day. Who is Steve Nash? I know who he is. But like, why? Like, why?
Point guard
I'm
for the
sorry,
Suns.
Who is Steve Nash? Just a two-time MVP.
2-time MVP.
Like, why is he
man from
tweeting
Canada.
with that fucking shit? Can someone please tell me that?
Probably because he was a very good shooter.
Oh, okay. That justifies a contested shot being made. Didn't make that one. Did he 2K? Turnover. Fuck me. No, just kidding. Tracy.
That's why when I get Harden, no one can complain if I draw a foul or if I hit a contested 3, because that's just what he does. So.
Harden's overrated.
You know what, Tony? It's not necessary.
Not as a card, as a basketball player.
That's even more unnecessary. It's my favorite player.
Sorry that people pad stats these days. Not pad stats, but for stats. Not good teams.
I mean, they would literally win 10 games a season if he wasn't on their team.
Triple doubles matter more than wins these days. Can I just say that? And that's a fact. People.
Oh, Gob.
Your stats, the way they reflect, you're just trying to make them look good so you look good. Because at the end of the day, you know you can't win. Because you don't try.
Damn, Tony, go off.
What am I gonna say? Try harder. Maybe your team will win. Then your stats won't matter less. Then you can focus on playing the core game of basketball more instead of focusing on the triple doubles that you get every fucking game. Because guess what? It's not that impressive when your team can't even make the fucking playoffs or get to the first round. Okay. You fall victim to super teams, and yet you still have those amazing stats to back it up. What are you doing for your team, sir? Also, what happens when they get those rebounds? Huh? Are you working for them? Are you fighting through a couple of guys to
Tony,
run up
are you
and grab
drunk,
it?
sir?
No, I'm a little bit buzzed. Well, good amount buzzed. But are you really trying for them, or is the other team running back from the court at that point to start playing defense? And then you just automatically walk over to it and then just pick it up very gingerly. Huh? Tell me that. Tell me that. Is that really a stat that matters? If all you're doing is trotting over, I could do that. I could do that if I was on your team. It's not hard to walk 10 feet and pick up a fucking ball and pass it out. You know?
Interesting
Some of
thought
these
process.
stats that they're recording don't fucking matter.
Definitely an interesting perspective, no doubt.
Well, it's true. I mean, think about it. Think about how many times you've seen a guy who, after the other team shoots him bricks, all of a sudden that other team doesn't play any defense or try to get the offensive rebound. So then that guy gets a rebound, boom. That's a triple-double. He needed one more to get that 10. And that was his 10. Is that really a admirable fucking stat to attain in a basketball game? Or is the more admirable version of him fighting through a couple of guys and genuinely helping his team by stopping a possession by getting that rebound? You know? These are the things I think about when I think about LeBron James, James Harden,
LeBron
Russell
James.
Westbrook. Are they really doing
Hey man, LeBron's a
everything that they could
3-time
be?
champion. He's been to the finals like 8 years in a row. He must know how to get there. Also,
What?
I have a stat for you. When Westbrook gets a triple-double versus when he doesn't, his team wins like 60% more of the time. So they must
good.
contribute in some way to winning.
Good. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying. I think that there are a lot of times where they tend to focus on their stats more than they should be. Because in today's NBA, hitting that crazy cool three and patting the fuck out of your stats so you can line up on ESPN or SportsCenter the next fucking day. Because, oh, so-and-so had a big game, but they lost by 20 points. It's like, what's the point then? That shit doesn't count. Like, when we play 2K, which is a very, big jump, but when we play 2K, let's say in a Pro-Am game, one of us scores 60 points, but we lose by 10. We're still dejected as fuck. It doesn't matter who scored that many points, we still lost the fucking game. You know? There's no greater good that comes from that stat. It's just that single independent moment, and then you move on. But they hold it up, and they put it on this fucking throne as if it means something. But look at the fucking stats, man. Look at the context around that stat. What happened?
Well,
Did they
I
earn it?
raise
Did
you
they
another
not?
question. Would that team have gotten blown out if that person didn't put up that crazy score?
Who knows? I don't watch basketball. But I do believe that there is a strong issue with people who focus on that stat line more than on their victory and their team. Because in order to be an it player in today's NBA, I think that there is a large thing where it's like, instead of looking at the win-loss record of their team or looking at the circumstances surrounding their stats, they just look at the numbers. They look at the paper, and they say, what does the paper say? What facts does this paper tell me? And then just pull from that, nothing happens, you know?
Wow.
They don't look at the surrounding circumstances, which are so important.
Can't deny that. It's not Kevin
Look at
McHale.
Cat.
Quit calling him that.
I mean, look at Cat, though. Shouldn't he have made the fucking All-Star team a couple years back?
He
And
has.
He didn't, because, yeah.
He
But
didn't
I'm
make
saying,
it
like,
this year because he was
should-
injured.
But I'm saying, there was one year where who beat him out that year? We were all expecting him to win, but he didn't. And someone beat him out.
Probably Jokic or Gobert.
Did they earn it over him? Probably not, because they're on a better team, or they're just
Their
in better
team wins
circumstances.
more, so they're
Or their
more likely to
stats.
get voted.
Exactly. Where's the fucking why? Why is that a thing? If someone else works way fucking harder to gain similar stats, then why does that exist? Why should that happen? You know?
I don't know.
It's like politics.
Huh.
And the NBA is a business at the end of the day. Yeah, remember that.
That is true. Where'd Carter go?
Goldilocks, I'm assuming.
I'm right here. Sorry,
Oh.
my mic's just been muted up.
I wanted
Chill.
you to give input on Tony's thought process here.
Thought process of what?
Tony.
What? No, I'm done. It might be.
Oh.
His mic was on, you heard
What
me.
did you say? No, I didn't hear
He
you.
just thinks
actually.
that triple doubles are useless.
I mean, they kind of are. A lot of ways.
In a way, yeah. I
But
agree with that.
If you're padding the stats and your team fucking loses, they are the most
Yeah.
meaningless stats in the game.
I agree with that completely.
at
And
the
if you're all
same
you wanna do is
time,
pad
I think
your stats to look good on fucking SportsCenter and ESPN.
I think Russell Westbrook's triple doubles with the Thunder are pretty much completely useless.
oh yeah, true.
Like, we don't.
Then you
really
think about
don't-
LeBron averaging a
we-
triple double in
we
the
really-
finals, and you realize
yeah,
that
that's a different
contributed to
story.
them winning the finals.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it depends on the
obviously there's times where
circumstances.
Oh yeah, but it depends on the circumstances with any stat. I mean, Bradley Beal's averaging basically goddamn 30 points, but who the fuck gives a shit? But Harden's averaging 30 points. That's meaningful because he's on a team that's in playoff bound. Like
Alright.
any stat, you could make the argument that it's meaningful and not meaningful, but
So
I
to
mean-
say triple doubles are useless is rather impossible
I
to
didn't say
answer.
bad.
useless.
I
They're
said
just
it's
not
bullshit how they
meaningful.
pad the stats because they're so important. Because that's
Right.
what gets
I don't
highlighted
think
on
that-
SportsCenter
yeah.
and ESPN.
I think it's very impressive that Russell Westbrook averaged 30 and 10 assists.
But what's his team
That's
doing
impressive.
Yeah.
limits
But
to
who
that?
the fuck
Like,
He
gives
doesn't
a
need
shit
all those
about
rebounds.
his
Like,
10
where's your team?
rebounds?
Where's your team at in
No.
the fucking playoffs then? Like, are you helping them, or is that helping the overall like thing? Or are you doing your job?
No, I agree with that.
No.
I agree with that.
If you're not, then it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I made an example of how one of us could score 60 points in a pro-am game, but if we lose that pro-am game, fuck it. It doesn't fucking matter. We're still pissed off, and we don't consider it as a win. It's a loss, no matter how we play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. And we'll be able to play a team after Matt's done fucking piping his woman. I'm sorry to Matt, but like, I just feel like he could do better, just look-wise. Maybe she has the greatest personality, but what no, I'm just saying from what I've seen. Yeah, sorry, I'm just the meanest person ever. Has nothing to do with looks. She's I'm saying that she's kind of a dick to him. She always makes him self-conscious about what he says, and always like yells at him for wanting to get in shape. It's
So,
no.
the first part.
Yeah, but she literally like I was like,
Makes
yeah,
you get in water.
I need to get in shape. I need to get in shape. He goes, I need to get in shape before spring break. She goes, why? So you can show off to other girls? He's like, no, because I like want to be in good shape. Literally just like, alright, I'm done talking to you. So.
Thing is, if you're gonna date Matt,
Baby.
Yeah, if you're
thousand
gonna
girls
date,
will be trying to talk to him
if you're gonna date Matt
regardless.
Hank,
So it's like
You
you're
need to
kind of
be
fucked
nice to
either
him.
way.
you need to be nice to him.
Well, that, but there's also it's like you have to deal with the fact of the matter
What?
that he is just the hottest shit known to man. Apparently.
This crowd is chanting something. I don't know what they're chanting.
I just won this game too. I wasn't even focusing. I'll say fucking Kevin Durant, Tracy McGrady are just.
Oh, fuck Porzingis, huh?
I wanted to get. Well, no, he's solid. He does all the jobs I need him to do. Like he's the guy who will. If I'm having a really bad game, I'll notice that he doesn't really do anything wrong. Like he doesn't make very many mistakes, but he's also at least clutch when I need him to be too. He's just a good player. He has his times where he's like he makes you on a fucking quick sell his ass, but overall he's solid. But you know, this was an overall good game, and Porzingis played the defense that he needed to play. But he wasn't really that involved other than that. Playing on ball is just when I can play good on ball and the guy's not doing a bunch of randomly bullshit, cheesy fucking shit. It's like that's when shit starts getting real. Because I can fuck people up with my on ball defense. I did that last year too, and it worked. I was told not to play on ball defense for a while, but I was like, no. Like honestly, you better might.
All I'm
I had a
saying is, in my
fucking-
experience, it's a lot easier to beat on-ball defense than off-ball defense.
I agree, but it's also a lot easier to beat, like, let's say my AIs aren't covering the guy at, like, limitless range for 3 and the dude can just bang from half court, then I'm just giving up such easy points. Like,
Or is it in team or something?
yeah, because, like, I play on-ball in team when I play defense.
Oh, in
And, like,
in my team.
yeah, and you're supposed
No,
to, like,
I
play
play
off-ball,
on-ball
that's
in,
kind of the consensus.
Pro-Am as well.
But, like,
Actually, I
I've heard that,
never
like,
do, but...
Yeah, you really never do to be fair.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of things about playing on. Oh, this
Kinda
guy's
center
Bol, Isaac Bonga.
Honestly, Jack,
and
you're kind of a
Bol
center
Bonga.
off-ball cheeser.
That is true.
Why is this guy Bol though? What the fuck is it?
I'll say
Look
this
at how
Fred Brown
dark this
dude I got in triple
is.
threat, just a deity. Absolute deity.
I want to know when Adam's getting back on. I mean,
This
I know
man
Matt
goes
will be
for
on in about
so much,
45
too.
minutes, which
Oh, it's got
once he's
blocked.
done. But
By the man, the myth, the legend, the Bol himself. That's just so heinous.
I mean, at this point, you
I'm
might as
gonna
well
say
just
is I
get
think-
on Wally's piping.
I think Adam is on a call with his tennis teammates.
Well,
All
I
I'm
mean,
gonna say
Lindsay,
is I
girl
think
named, the
that-
guy named Lindsay. If that's a thing.
It's a
I don't think
girl.
he's on with his teammates.
Maybe.
Oh, Dario.
Honestly, I'm
Come
telling
on.
you, I know Matt very well. I promise you that if he would have met his ex, like the girl he dated for like 4 years, if he would have met her like later in his life, they would be married. Because they were like very good for each other. She was very, very like, she didn't, literally, they dated for 4 years and they never once had sex. And Matt was like he like just was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, 'cause she she wanted to wait till marriage, and Matt's like, I just can't do that. Which it sucks for that because they were like good, like in other aspects. But like this girl that he's with now, I just can't see him being with like long term, just because like she's kind of
nothing but horror
she's
stories
just
from her.
that's what I'm saying. It's all horror stories. Like she's not like insane, but some of the shit she says is insane, and then she just like makes up for it by like having sex with him, and just because he hasn't been with like, yeah, sounds like someone I know from the South, Blake, exactly.
I don't think that's what she was.
No, that's exactly what she's talking about. Right?
No, see, Blake doesn't get anything
Yeah.
at all, but he still gets
Exactly.
walked over.
No, Blake
That's
does
the
get
fucking-
something. He literally said the one
Blake-
time he was like
but no,
having
you
an
can't
argument
compare
with
Blake
Amber
to
in the
Mac,
car,
I'm
and
sorry,
she's just like,
Blake
I'm
lets it
sorry,
happen.
and just sucked his dick. And now, and then he was fine. And
Dude,
now
Blake
with this
and
whole
Matt are
shit,
just such
just the
circumstances.
other week, he's like, yeah, I'm like completely done with Amber, bro. Like I'm never talking to her again. And now they're just like a thing
But
again,
Blake's
just
been
because
walked
she
over by
fucked
one
him.
person already, and like multiple people at that. Not only girls, but guys, and he just continues to let it happen, whereas Matt's never had it happen in this one situation. Like, Blake is just, I think he has a fetish for just getting fucking just
Hey.
shit on by people. Like, honestly.
And yeah, I don't. Hey, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe like Matt will end up with like long term with this girl. Maybe he is just such a fiend for having intercourse that he just doesn't give a fuck and will just have
He's not
sex
a
with her.
fiend, he's the fiend.
No, he is a
Yes.
very horny man, but I will say like he.
And that girl's Goldberg.
Oh my, she gonna jackhammer
mean-
his ass. WrestleMania's tomorrow, Tony.
I mean, every other day it seems
What?
like that he'll
Oh my
come
God.
in. Every day, every single day, he seems like he comes into the party. He's like, dude, like girls are fucking insane, bro.
Wait, hang on. Before we continue, WrestleMania's tomorrow?
It's a
Not
two-night.
Sunday?
Rob Gronkowski's hosting.
I'm for sure not watching it.
Oh, tough.
Rob Gronkowski can't speak 10 words of English without, like,
Bro, tell
sounding
me-
like the biggest
Tell me who
tard.
you think Rob Gronkowski reminds you of. What human?
Nate McCarthy.
No,
He looks like Nate McCarthy.
no.
What
It's
human?
someone that
fuck,
it's someone
man.
that he looks like and talks like.
I
Do I,
just-
like, am I well
Yeah, it's
associated
a
with
famous
this
guy.
human?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know,
Is it like a friend or like some just famous
Mm-mm.
dude?
famous guy.
Mm.
He reminds me so much of him.
A famous guy?
Yeah. Like they
Um,
look similar in a way. Like the way they like their facial expressions and their noses.
But then
Steve will do
noses,
it.
wow.
Him and Steve will do it. I feel like are
Oh,
the
yeah.
same person.
Yeah, that's
They
very
look
true,
the same
actually.
and
yeah.
they act the same.
Forgot about that.
If I would have been more associated with Steve, because I've only ever like watched him at your house, but yeah, 100%. Although I think Rob is slightly more uneducated. That's another phrase for saying retarded.
Oh, he
But
probably
yeah.
has some bad CTE.
Was it brain injuries? I'm assuming is what you're
True.
referring to. Yeah, I would also agree.
He was always kind of a
Dude,
meatball, though.
I'm saying.
And he was
like,
also on the
my
same
kids,
team as,
my kids
what's his
will
nuts?
like Eric
Sanchez?
Hernandez.
Or Hernandez. There we go. Something.
My kids will never play football. If they play football, I'm giving them concussions my damn self. Just
Oh,
kidding.
I think.
No,
I mean,
they
I
will not
think-
play football. I'm telling you that right now. No, they will not play football. I'm telling you that
Oh,
right now.
here we
it's a
go.
very
I don't care
dangerous
how.
sport.
I don't care how bad they want to play football.
Yeah,
Their
that's-
brains are not worth playing.
Unless there's some like
football.
relevation, there's some kind of like development where the concussions are lessened, but I can't see a sport like that ever doing that, honestly. Too much. There's like no baseball's too boring. And just full of just fucking cunts. That's what baseball is a hub for cunts. We can all agree on that. Every douchebag we've ever known has played some form of baseball. Like, that's just a fact. Let's see. Tennis is also a hub for like posh cunts, but like they're not all cunts. There'll be some outliers who will, Carter, for instance, like Espinoza, who don't fit
Oh,
the
yeah.
cunt.
Married man right
blueprint.
there.
But then you have like Cameron Klein and Adam Burke, who do fit that blueprint.
Cameron Klein played
Sorry,
tennis.
Adam. Did he play tennis? I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Well, he played baseball. I'm sorry. And then we have golf, who is kind of an even an even sport of both douchebags and cunts. Or no, excuse me, cunts and just cool folk. You know, you have your cool folk, and then you have the guys who go off on their own and wouldn't even spit in your direction, and that's golf. And then you have football,
That's
who's full
Dallas.
of the fucking meatheads who have no brain intellect and who have no train of thought. Like, they think Forest Lake's a sick team when they've lost 82 fucking times in the past 10 fucking years, and they haven't won a single fucking game in ages. Like, that's the people who play football. Let me think of any other sport that we have. Trap shooting is full of hicks. I know, because I was there. And that we only practice like once a week, too, is completely fucking useless. What other Forest Lake sports? Hockey is full of fucking douchebags. Like, baseball and hockey are like the same side of a different coin. No, the different sides of the same coin. That's what I'm looking for. Because the douchebags in hockey grow out their hair like a mullet style, and then they slick it back or whatever, and they look like absolute fucking twats, because they are
Motherfucker.
fucking twats. And then you have baseball cunts who do the same thing, and they play baseball instead. Same cunt, different sport. What other sports were in Forest Lake's thing? Volleyball is full of hoes, and people who want to be hoes, in a lot of ways. You have some outliers, some cool people who play volleyball as well. I knew a couple people who played volleyball who weren't like assholes, but like a lot of them were like, I'm gonna wear short pants, I'm gonna be involved in something. And that was that. Basketball. Basketball was actually full of people who I could genuinely deal with, for some reason. Like, they were not all assholes. Some of them were, obviously. Some of them, you know, were kind of dickheads who no one wanted to associate with. But then most of them were kind of like, alright, you know, I've seen you in the hallways. I can give you a nod or give you a wave, and you'll maybe do it back, but otherwise you're not going to be hostile.
My biggest regret ever was not playing 8th grade basketball for Southwest.
Why?
Because that was just a rough year for me, and that was the year that I just quit basketball for like 3 years. Could have been good. But
That's depressing.
Well, at least you're playing intramural now, bunch of tryhards.
not anymore.
Well, no one's playing anything anymore. You're not the only one.
We were literally in the playoffs too. It sucks. We like won our league, like the pool that we were in. We won our league, so we were gonna go into the top 16 bracket. So all we would have had to do was win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.